Hi there, it's Dr. Nadia. Welcome to another episode of Straight Talk About Sales with Dr. Nadia. Hi, so today I wanted to talk about overwhelm and over delivering. I had the opportunity to do an amp up your sales game intensive session with a client this week. Yay! And one of the things that I realized is the fact that a lot of times we over deliver, which then leads our clients into overwhelm. Over deliver, overwhelm. And with that, so there are people that leverage overwhelming potential clients because their hope is that the overwhelm will lead to buying. But what I'm finding is that a lot of times our overwhelming clients or over delivering is actually leading clients to a place of overwhelm that is crippling them. It is stifling them. It is overwhelming to the point of being completely and utterly paralyzed, whether that is in delivery of our materials. So a client signs up and works with us. Many times we do it in the sales process. So we're having conversations. And many of my clients, we have like free discovery sessions or strategy sessions or whatever the heck you call it, right? And then you talk to people and you give them all this information and you're like, there are those people that feel like they have enough. They're like, oh my gosh, yes, and they go off many times. They think they can do it. They come back because they're like, oh, I thought I could do this by myself and save some money. And no, that's not the case. But what I'm finding more often than not is clients are actually overwhelmed to the point of being completely and utterly paralyzed. Which led me to really think about this. One, I had to take a look at myself. Like, where am I doing this in my own business? And a big part of that, even for me, is I get excited. I get excited for the vision that I see from my clients. I get excited because then like all these ideas start popping in my head. I get excited, right? And so when I go off, they're like, we could do this, we could do this, and we could do that, and we could do this, and blah, 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 right? And my clients are like, whoa, calm it down. Even if they're excited too, like there has to be that container around structuring it so that not in my excitement and leading them to that place of overwhelm, even when it's not intentional, doesn't move them to a place where they are completely overwhelmed and unable to move forward because they just feel like that massive paralyzing fear. This is also important based on your business model and how you work with clients, because now you're in a place of actually doing your clients a disservice, right? So there's that point of, oh my gosh, I just want to provide great value. See, a lot of people I work with, it's not that they're overwhelmed people to be manipulative. They're overwhelmed people because they're excited and they want to provide value. And maybe there's a little insecurity, like, I don't know if I'm doing enough, right? I want to make sure that I over deliver so people know that they got a great value for their money, great return on their investment. And all of that is great. But when you over deliver to the point that they don't ever take action, therefore they don't ever see the return on their investment, then what's the balance? And I get there's a big, big balance in all of that. So I want you to just think about a couple things. One, let me back up a little bit. I wrote down some definitions. I was really excited about this, if you could tell, right? One, the definition of overwhelm is to bury or drown beneath a huge mass, or to give too much of a thing to someone, and I would dare to add too fast. So there's a place where everyone can manage information. So for me, for instance, in my business, I don't do 12-month coaching programs. There's not a program in my business where I am holding your hand and really walking people through, clients through that process as they work through whatever it is that they're working through. So I have to watch it when I am providing information, not that I'm holding back, but I also have to watch at how I give the information and at what speed. And even clients where I'm supporting them and we are working more in the long term, I still get ideas. And they're like, oh my gosh, we can do this. Calm it all down, right? Calm it way down. So the first thing I want you to do is, one, just look at your overall business model. Whether you're doing this with your clients, whether you're doing this in your sales conversations, and that may be why you're not converting, like just pay attention to that. I want you to pay attention to it, right? So now we bring in an awareness to our behaviors. Then I want you to look at your motives. Why are you doing it? Is it because you're feeling insecure? Is it because you're uncomfortable with your pricing? So you feel like, when I just give all this stuff to people, they'll feel like they got a lot of stuff based on my price point? or whatever the case may be. Maybe you're like me and you get excited and you're like, I just want to give you all this information right now because I have all these ideas. There are ways to process it. Then I want you to look at what's the best way to make the adjustment based on your model. So I just had a call earlier today with a prospective client. They work with tons of clients in certain ways. And what they have found is that instead of trying to cram all the information they have to provide to their clients, which honestly could take years for their clients to go through all this information, they have structured it where they have the classes that build upon one another. And they take you some of those classes that actually you could do a one-off, or you could buy the classes in a package. So now people are moving through the process and are getting this information, but in a way that's digestible so they can actually act on the information that you're providing for them. And this is very important, especially for those of us that provide information, training, coaching, services. Like, it's different when you have a product and you buy a car and they over deliver because they threw in some floor mats or some tint, right, on your windows, which is really needed here in Phoenix. That's different. It looks a lot different than when you're looking at your business model and you're basically just all over people. I want you to also pay attention to your energy. And what I mean by that is, depending on how you deliver your content to people, pay attention to your energy levels and make sure that your over delivery, you're allowing for recovery time. So just like I did an intensive session, then I need to make sure, because whether you believe it or not, most people don't believe me, but I am an introvert, which means for me that I need time to recover. There's that I'm in it and I'm around people and I'm like, right? And then I need time to just go sit in a corner by myself or read a book or snuggle up. And even Toby, like, there are days with my husband, I'm like, I don't want to talk right now. I love you and I don't want to talk. I need to be quiet and be still and just speak, right? So pay attention to all of that in the over delivering, which sometimes leads to overwhelm. And I'm telling y'all, I've seen this and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I couldn't wait to do this week's video training, because I'm like, this overwhelming and over delivering part is huge. And again, it's not coming from a place of not operating in excellence and going above and beyond and going the extra mile, but let your over delivery be a special gift. Like, maybe you send them a gift in the mail or something yummy and delicious that's not going to put them in a place that they're not able to move forward. Now, I get that you can't take responsibility for what your clients do or don't do with the information that you provide them. But I also want you to pay attention to, one, your motives, again, then also paying attention to how your clients are taking and receiving that information and processing it. And always, you may adjust based on the clients. Like, there are some clients that come in and like, boom, boom, boom. One of the cool things about the Amp Up Your Sales game with Dr. Nadia intensives is that I adjust what you get based on the person. So like for this one client, we're going to add a project plan piece, where I'm now outlining certain things with dates and all of those deliverables, because I know that that's a big piece. It's going to help her be able to take what I gave to her and move forward. Now, between you and me, we'll probably just make that standard. But it's one of those things, right? That the deliverables that she's walking away with are customized to where she is right now in this process, so that she can take what we did this week and move forward, move her business forward, see the actual ROI, and and then we can go from there, whether that's with me, or for something else that I create, because y'all know I got ideas, right? Or if she works with somebody else, like, that's not my business. It's not my business to control all of that, but it is my business to deliver what we said that we would deliver. And in a way that's not going to shut her down and have her stuck for the next 6 months, because she doesn't know where to start, because I just essentially threw up all over her because I had all these ideas and it sounded like a great deal. And I was operating out of my own insecurities because I wanted her to walk away and feel great about herself, when really it was about me. So again, paying attention to your motives, paying attention to your energy, paying attention to how your clients are processing that information, and does it make more sense to break it out so that you're moving people through the process, and however you're delivering your content and your information in a way that they can actually digest it and therefore act upon it. Not all of our clients are lazy. Not all of our clients are special. Some of our clients are just overwhelmed to the point of being completely paralyzed because out of our own insecurities, we've completely just done all this stuff and thrown it on them and then ran off and skipped through the fields and the lilies and left them hanging. And that is not what we intended, but it could be an unintended consequence of us not paying attention to our fears and our desires to just completely over deliver. I know I want to throw in the whole house in the kitchen sink when I talk to people, and I have to learn to dial it back. So I also wanted to leave you with this. As I was talking to my counsel about this, and we're making some changes, you know, I'm always up to something, right? In my business and making those tweaks and those adjustments. And I brought up this idea of overwhelm and over delivering. Rebecca brought it to my attention in a blog post that she wrote at the end of last year. She talked about these 4 words that I want to leave you with as you take what I've shared in today's video. And that is, let it be enough. Let it be enough. I know we've been taught in some ways to just go above and beyond. Probably much like what I'm doing right now, right? I'm still talking. So with that, I'm going to be quiet and we're just going to leave. See? Learning in action. And we're just going to leave it with this. Let it be enough. Not that you're still going to operate in excellence. You're still going to deliver great value, but you're going to do so from a place of empowerment, not from a place of fear, not from a place of insecurity, but from a place of service. And I guarantee you're going to see some changes in what your clients are up to. I believe it. And I invite you to take me up on the challenge and to track it. So let it be enough. And should you want to talk to me about us doing an amp up your sales game intensive, reach out, head on over to meetwithdrnadia.com. You will see an option where you can schedule time for us to chat one-on-one about what that could look like for you, should it be a great next step for you. And we will get that done. So you can head on over to meetwithdrnadia.com. And again, let it be enough. Until next time.